Another Monday and another JoeLumb album review. This week I go back to Warrant discography, where I finally review their third record, Dog Eat Dog. When you're done watching this video, you can go back and check out my previous album review. The link will pop up at the end of this video. And my album review playlist, feel free to check that out, as the link will pop up at the start of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, smash the like button, and click on the notification bell. When you see a new video, you can check it out yourself. I'm going to have to go back 5 weeks ago when I first reviewed Warrant's Ultraphobic, and I briefly mentioned what happened between that record and the record I'm reviewing today, which is Dog Eat Dog. A week later, I reviewed Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinkin' Rich, Warrant's debut disc, and there was a moment that album got delayed due to Jenny Lane's breakdown when his then best friend got caught by him in bed with his girlfriend. That led to him writing I Saw Red, a track that ended up on Cherry Pie, which I covered a week later. A lot has happened between Cherry Pie and this record, and I'm about to review, which is again, Dog Eat Dog. Much like Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinkin' Rich and Cherry Pie, Jenny Lane once again wrote all the songs. I would have to say in the latter half of 1991, just coming off the Blood, Sweat, and Beers tour with Trickster and Firehouse supporting them. While in the studio, the band created two tracks. One was a cover of Queen's anthem, We Will Rock You, and the other was called The Power, for the soundtrack to the movie Gladiator, which starred Cuba Gooding Jr., James Marshall, Robert Loggia, and Brian Dennehy. In February of 1992, Warrant recorded the bass and drum tracks in Los Angeles, then flew out to Morrisound Studios in Tampa, Florida. A month later, for the recording overdubs, and by April of 92, the record would be mixed at Scream Studios in LA Studio City, California, with legendary producer Michael Wagner. Michael Wagner has produced albums for Dokken, Extreme, Skid Row, and White Lion. Michael Wagner had also had a statement denouncing rumors of Eric and Joey not playing on this album, like the two previous albums. And in the liner notes, it said, no artist, just those who have participated on this album in any capacity whatsoever. Then Jenny Lane chimed in, dedicating the album to Joey Allen, calling him the most underrated rock guitarist at that time. The song Machine Gun was the album's first single and featured a music video. The song Bitter Pill, which was the second single, featured an operatic interlude performed in German by the Moron Fish and Tackle Choir. This makeshift choir consisted of security guards, engineers, janitors, and others who had been available at the recording studio. The song featured two different music videos, one with the album version of the song featuring the whole band in the video, and one with the acoustic version of the song featuring Jenny Lane in the video, playing the acoustic guitar. The acoustic guitar version was shot solely outside of St. Vincent de Paul Church, located at 621 West Adams Boulevard in South Los Angeles, on the intersection of West Adams and Figueroa. The Popeyes restaurant seen across the street in the video still exists today. The song Hole in My Wall, featuring the use of a talk box, was released as a third single on the album. Inside Out, often used as a concert intro, was also released as a single, and Andy Warhol Was Right was released as a promo single. And the song Sad Teresa had been previously recorded by Jenny Lane and Stephen Sweet's old band Plain Jane. Once again, all the tracks were written by Jenny Lane. Machine Gun clocks in at 3:45. Hole in My Wall clocks in at 3:30. April 2031 clocks in at 5:05. Andy Warhol Was Right clocks in at 3:37. Bonfire clocks in at 4:21. The Bitter Pill clocks in at 4:07. Hollywood So Far So Good clocks in at 3:47. All My Bridges Are Burning clocks in at 3:37. Quicksand clocks in at 3:58. Let It Rain clocks in at 4:16. Inside Out clocks in at 340, and Sad Teresa clocks in at 325. Warrant's Dog Eat Dog was unleashed on August 25th, 1992. It reached number 25 on the Billboard 200 and went gold. This album marked the end of an era for the band. Shortly after the release, Jenny Lane discovered a large frame poster of Warrant being replaced from the foyer at Columbia Records in LA in favor of Alice in Chains, a grunge band from Seattle. According to Lane himself, he knew the writing was on the wall, and as a result of the record company not supporting them anymore, they were soon dropped from their label. Their songs got limited airplay from both MTV and radio stations, and no budget for a major tour to support the album. Critics regarded Dog Eat Dog as Warrant's strongest record. But wait, the story gets even crazier. Janie's marriage to Bobby Brown ended in divorce in 1993. Sad part about that was those two had a child together. Janie Lane decided to leave the band briefly to try his hand at a solo run. Then Joey Allen and Stephen Sweet left the band in 94. However, Janie came back to the band. They got on a record deal with CMC International. It also got future Scorpions drummer James Kotak and a guitarist by the name of Rick Stair. And that led to the creation of their next record, Ultraphobic. The overall rating for this album for me is a 6 out of 10. When I did an album rankings video a while back, I ranked this album number 1 as the most underrated album of 1992. I still stand by that statement. The standout tracks for me on this album were the ballads The Bitter Pill and Let It Rain, and cuts like Machine Gun, All My Bridges Are Burning, and Hole in My Wall. That record came at a tough time, and times would get tougher for the band, especially for Jenny Lane for the years to come, which ultimately led to his dismissal, and then he passed away in August of 2011 after he succumbed to his demons that he could not control.